Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Fitton Center for Creative Arts. My name is Ian Mackenzie Thurley. I'm the Executive Director here, and it's my great pleasure to welcome you today for Celebrating Self as we celebrate One City, One Book with Lady Tan's Circle of Women this year. Would like to start by giving a huge shout out to our good friends at One City, One Book with Nikki Motley and Honey Cohen as the co-chairs, and to all of those involved with One City, One Book. We really appreciate all you do. Another fantastic book, another fantastic year, and an incredible month of events. We have speakers coming in, there is Tai Chi, and one thing that wanted to be note, there is an event coming up on Wednesday, October 15 at 7 o'clock. It is the history, law, and the evolution of midwifery in the United States. Miami Hamilton downtown. Dr. Brooke Flinders, President and Frontier Nursing University, will discuss midwifery themes of this year's book of choice and its history and evolution in the United States. I know my mother is already writing that down in her calendar, being an old school midwife herself. So some incredible events. Please check them out online, their Facebook page, lots of things going on. Our good friends at the Lane Library, they have books if you haven't got them. They lend them out and everything, they're free. You have to give them back, apparently. I learned that the hard way. With that, we would like to thank our good friends at the Hamilton Community Foundation, the City of Hamilton, the Ohio Arts Council, and ArtsWave in Cincinnati for their kind and generous sponsorship of the Fitton Center and the arts throughout the great state of Ohio. Please put your hands together for them. To our series sponsor for Celebrating Self, Ms. Kathy Klink. Thank you so much, Kathy. And she always brings a crowd. To Nikki and Chris Motley, who are our event sponsors for today. Chris sits on our board. We really appreciate it. And I just mentioned, Nikki is incredibly involved in One City, One Book and has been since the beginning. So thank you very much for your kind and generous sponsorship today. We really appreciate it. This month, we will be starting our annual campaign. And if you'd like to be involved with that, if you'd like to come and see a little bit more about the Fitton Center, we have some events going with that. So please see myself, Ramona, any of the team here. We'd love to have you come here at the Fitton Center. We will also take check and cash and Venmo and all those sorts of things. But a big part of what we do is having that conversation with the community, with our supporters here in Hamilton, and we'd really like to have those conversations with you. Alongside that, this Saturday night on this very stage, we have a hot 5-piece band. The Christopher Andrews Quartet are going to be playing Giant Steps and some incredible music of the great John Coltrane on saxophone. It is a show not to be missed. And then later on in the month, we have the Conjurers coming direct from Las Vegas, Nevada, via London, England. That's an incredible show, not to be missed. It's a whole family affair, so if you've got some smaller people or some middle-sized people in your family, bring them along too. Lots happening here at the Fitton Center. We are incredibly excited today. It's wonderful to see such a great crowd, which we always have for One City, One Book. We've had some fantastic events over the years, and this is no exception. It was really important to us as we look at those themes throughout the book, and obviously Chinese herbal medicine and ancient medicine has been a big theme as it's carried through the book. And we wanted to talk a little bit about it and how that reflects here in modern day and that combination. And we have our good friends here from TriHealth as well, about ancient Chinese medicine and that melding with modern and Western techniques. And to speak about that is not me, but the wonderful Teresa Mahana. I'd like to welcome to the stage. Thank you very much, Teresa. She's all yours today.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hi, welcome and to everyone who's shown today for this event. Special thanks to Nikki and Chris Motley for sponsoring this. Without you, they would never have chosen me because I specialize in traditional Chinese medicine, and that is why I'm here. And special thanks to Ian Thurley and Mark Motz and other staff members who have been very supportive with guiding me on what to do and how to get here. So, and for choosing me. This is an amazing experience. They've been supportive and very easy to work with. What a great group. I'm honored here to present at the Fitton Arts Center and to have been chosen as one of Tan's Circle of Women. So my name is Teresa Mahana. I am a practitioner of Chinese and medicine and acupuncture. I hold a doctorate in acupuncture and Chinese medicine through the Pacific College of Oriental Medicine out in California. I have an Oriental Medicine certification from One Institute from out in Pennsylvania. And I do compounding and dispensary and herbal supplements that are formulated for individual issues. Two people can present with cough, but maybe they need two different formulas because there are other issues that go along with it, such as, some person might have phlegm, maybe some person might have wheezing. And of course, I've been operating my own business for 13 years in this tri-state area as Red Dragon Oriental Medicine. I work out of Waynesville, Ohio at Byers Chiropractic. These are my credentials, and these are the services that I offer. Acupuncture, herbal formulas. I do cupping and gua sha, which is scraping of the skin, bleeding to release diseases and toxins from the body. And I do traditional Chinese medicine. In general, there are several different types of practices, but traditional Chinese medicine has been the most researched and has been shown to be the most effective. And I do craniosacral therapy, and I do Tai Chi and Qigong. And I think I got most of everybody here to have a flyer of some Qigong exercises, which would be to invigorate, stimulate the kidneys, our body organs, which is function of the organs, as I do education with this. So each organ manifests in the outside of the body in different ways, and the kidneys specifically, you would have low energy, you are graying of the hair, maybe hearing difficulties, and low back pain or knee pain, feet pain. So this is how we break down and then we view the body. So I gave you that exercises in order to pick up your energies. And so in Waynesville, Ohio, when I first started out, I sent out like 15 to 20 resumes to local chiropractors, and this is the only man who believed in me and welcomed me on board of his team. He is a hometown practitioner. This is James Byer. He's chiropractic and a nutritional coach. He specializes in gut health and works with a product called Metagenics, and he's just an amazing man. He is very involved with the community, and if you like that hometown touch, this is definitely the man that I would recommend. So they still exist out there. You're not just somebody in and out. He gets to really know you. That's part-time. So the other part-time job I have is here at Tri-Health, and I am very proud to work for this. I started a few years ago, and Tri-Health this year has been nominated again for being the #1 in the Cincinnati area for health care. It is about how they deal with the human touch and how they interact with their people is how they got this award. And they definitely live up to their name. And they are voted to be #5 in the nation for their health care and how they deal with people. Things that they offer, and this is strictly for the pavilion. I work out of the pavilion. This is a building that's smaller than this building here, but it comes with a big bang. I'd say 90 to 95% all holistic. So They do massage and they do healing touch, which is just a very light touch. They do sound meditation therapy. We have an esthetician on staff that does microblading, hydrating of body treatments, and we use Eminence and SkinCeuticals, and we have some samples up here that you can try. They're organic, very nice. Eminence is very nice product. It's top notch. So we have a weight management program, physical therapist, chiropractic, and a cosmetic surgery and rejuvenation center. We also have another part of the Tri-Health Pavilion where there's memberships, and in this we offer fitness classes, a full gym that's probably 2 to 3 times the size of this room, and twice the size of this room, and 2 indoor pools. One's a warm pool and one's half of an Olympic pool for lap swims, and an outdoor pool that is seasonal. We have a neutral gender friendly option locker room, and whirlpool steam rooms and dry saunas. This is a really amazing experience to go there. It is, you know, it's the people that made the pavilion very special, because they're very uplifting, helpful, and it's just it's something just to go and try. So, and I wanted to give special notice to this unique sound bath meditations that Tri-Health holds, and then we've got a class coming up here Tuesday, October 14th, and given therapist Jessica Kirshner will be the instructor for that session, and she does a sound bath, and it is very healing. It has been shown through science that frequencies do heal, and this is something that Tri-Health offers in this area that I've not seen nowhere else locally. So, and that's another amazing experience to try. Okay, so this is Tan's Circle of Women, and it was in honor of how far women have come along in what we are able to hold in our power and how we lead our lives independently. And this woman has been a pioneer for acupuncture in this area. She came from China in 1969, and she was a midwife and a nurse and an acupuncturist there. And when she came to California, she worked a factory job until she started building up a clientele and with her acupuncture business. And then she was arrested in 1974 because acupuncture was still illegal in America. And her clients showed up at the courtroom, and they gave testimony to that this was the only medicine that helped them to live better, productive lives. And so within a couple days, Ronald Reagan was the governor at that time, and he gave it a we call it a experimental procedure in order to see how things went. And then in a couple years, it was made legal in California, and this is how it got started. And that was in 76 when it became illegal, but in 1975, the first school was established, and today we have just under 40,000 practitioners. 70% of them are women because of her, or people like her, women who have been very leading in the field for medicine. And this has been really great because we are able to address issues in a softer manner, but very strong manner when it comes to women issues such as reproductive, like with IVF. If we do complementary acupuncture with that, we will up your chances from 20% to like 50 or 60% for getting pregnant. Acupuncture needles by themselves will build the blood in the uterus if women are deficient, so the baby will hold better, along with other amazing things. So, and the WHO recognizes 43 different diseases and conditions that we treat, but that's the WHO, a World Health Organization. So, okay, so this is just some more information on how acupuncture as alternative medicine or traditional Chinese medicine. It's just not acupuncture because it's herbs also. We've had a lot, especially recently, we've had a lot of issues with Western medicine, and people are really turning away from them, and they don't know where to go. And this is where medicine is going in order to start teaching people how to maybe treat out of their own homes, such as ginger is an ailment for heartburn, and we use it for fish poisoning when we go to sushi restaurants. We just don't know it. And other ways to improve our health on a natural basis. So in the Veterans Affairs, if you go anywhere in America, the Veterans Hospital will offer you acupuncture because we treat post-traumatic stress disorder, so we calm these people's nerves. This is another woman I wanted to honor. She is a Nobel Prize winner from 2015. Well, she's actually a chemist, and she was able to clarify basically why wormwood, which is the Artemisia annua, and this is an herb that is part of a formula that is used to treat malaria, and malaria is one of the leading causes of illness and death in third world countries, and so we are finding ways to prevent that, and women are taking a role with leading the way. So what can we do to help you, and how and what we offer can make your life better? So basically it's just an energy. That's what we're doing. We are balancing your energies, no more than that when it comes to the needles. So I'm going to get to that here in a minute. So there's 5,000 years of promoting health. So we're doing preventative health, not just treating illnesses. So when we come in and you get acupuncture treatments, we'll say, hey, we want to tone you up just to give you a little more spring or bounce in your step for your everyday daily stuff, and it works. You do not have to be sick to come see us. And so how it works is it impacts blood flow, pain sensitivity, emotional well-being, and the nervous system. The state of Ohio a few years ago, during the opioid crisis, has made traditional Chinese medicine the #1 go-to for pain management. So if you have any of these type of issues, you are being referred out to us for your main management. So this is kind of like how acupuncture works. Here is a diagram of the 15 basic meridians. This is a shallow version of it. The acupunctures run deep into to your different organs, and the pattern of energy has a certain flow. It starts in your lungs, it goes to your large intestine, then it goes to your heart, and to your small intestine, then it goes to your urinary bladder, or it goes to your kidneys, and then your urinary bladder, and then it goes to your liver, your gallbladder, your pericardium, which is a protective sheath around your heart, and then it goes to your sanjiao. And I like to think of the sanjiao as your fascia in your body, because it's the glue that puts everything together. So, and that's the flow of it. And if that flow would be disrupted or cut, then that would be the end of life, so to say. And why do I know that, or why do I say that? I will give you an example that if somebody to have an amputated leg, one of the sensations they have afterwards is to be a phantom or ghost pain, and it feels like their leg is there, and sometimes the pain can be just as intense as if before they had the amputation. And with acupuncture, we're able to calm those effects and give them a better quality of life. So because living in pain 24/7 is no fun. So, okay, so this is yin yang. This is a concept in theory of opposing opposing forces. So, and I kind of like to look at them as antonyms, but they're inseparable. So you really can't have one without the other. And so what we do in Chinese medicine is we try to keep the balance very even, because when you get to one extreme or the other, like, oh, I'm overworked, or oh, I'm emotionally too stressed out and I can't keep up with myself, then disease sets in. So yes, you can have diseases of the emotions. Okay, so qi is, I kind of talked about the flow of qi there, and I also told you that if that line of flow would be broken, then you would end the life. And that when you have that phantom pain, that is actually the energetics of your body still flowing, because the body has a form. We are souls having a human experience, and so that form is there, whether you're missing something physical or not. It's there. So, yes, Chinese acupuncture is safe, because that's what most people know traditional Chinese medicine as, is acupuncture. So we have high standards. We have clean needle technique, extensive training, and we have evidence-based and scientifically researched evidence. And it's pretty amazing out there. One of the research projects that I did was relating, so in Chinese medicine, okay, the lungs manifest out into the skin. And you go, well, why? Where's the proof behind that? So if you've got asthma, you're more than likely to have eczema or psoriasis. And so when I looked up the Western part of it, there is actually a RNA, DNA link called filagram. And so it connects your lungs to your skin this way. And I thought that was just really fascinating. So we have a lot of things in Western medicine that are beginning to back what Eastern medicine has been doing for thousands of years. Okay, and these are the state requirements to be licensed in Ohio. I think there's only 2 states in America that don't require license, but they will in the next few years, because Chinese medicine is taking the forefront in a lot of things. If we've got acupuncture as a main staple in half the hospitals in America, then it's just a matter of time before we have to regulate and say, hey, who and what can treat this, because we want to keep our practice safe and the people safe with good high standards. So this is accreditations and how many years we have to go through graduate school, and that our colleges are also accredited and pre-accredited through certain organizations. So, and if you want to find a good acupuncturist, this is, you get on the internet and you just type in, at the moment you type in NCCAOM, find a practitioner. This is our accreditation board for our testing and how we qualify before the state of Ohio will accept our licensing. And they're going to be changing their name here the 1st of January, because they are, growing and expanding, and we are putting herbal as part of what they have always done, but we want it recognized in our credentials of how we present ourselves. So what to expect during a treatment. Okay, so this is my daughter. Thank you, Asia, and thank you also to my family for coming to support me. I left them out, but they are amazing, and I've raised my family on love, and so I have a very tight-knit, supportive family of each other. They have their normal squabbles as siblings. I have 5 of them, but they are amazing bunch, and they make me proud. So she volunteered for me today, and so I don't know how far back you can see or how up front you can see, but I have 3 needles here on the top of her head, and I call this her Happy Princess Crown, because this will help with some depression, take the edge off, and uplift your mood. And then she has one here right here in the middle of her forehead, between her eyebrows. And this is the 3rd eye. This is a point will help her relax during treatment. And then I put a couple here in her cheeks to help with some sinus issues, because she has allergies, and she's always got a little bit of a issue. So, and then I put some needles in her feet to bring her energies down, because remember, this is an energy-based medicine. So unlike physical therapy that will do dry needling, then the dry needling is a form of acupuncture, and I recommend it highly. But they can only stay in a local spot, and that's great. It's effective. But to be more effective, we want to move these energies out and away from the of this area here where everything's all clogged up and maybe congested. So we want to move it down, and so this is what I have done for her. So, and it helps with grounding too. So what to expect during a treatment? It's about an hour. It's 20 to 30 minutes under needles. You'll be laying there. I will do a breathing treatment. During intake, I ask questions, and we look at the tongue and the pulse. And of course, we use stainless steel single-use needles. I have a red container. We put them in the red container, and they are never used again in America. Okay, there are some places when you step outside of America where they do autoclaving. Yes, that is a safe standard of practice. I prefer the single use. I don't think twice or doubt the autoclave. Okay, so during it, you're gonna maybe feel a body temperature drop, and you will feel relaxed. Needles relax you, and so you might feel some tingling or movement in your body because the energy is actually moving. During breathing exercises, one of the things that I am doing with people is I am getting them to notice how it feels when they breathe in through their nose. When you breathe through your nose, you're warming the air to prevent cold damage to your lungs. And you can tell the difference, because if you breathe through your nose a few times and then you decide to just slightly breathe through your mouth, you will feel there is a temperature drop in the air that comes through your mouth, plus it will dry out your mouth, breathing that way. And anyway, so we expand our chest and our belly. And when we do this, our spine will open up because we are expanding everything. Our diaphragm drops. And when our diaphragm drops, it actually, the top of it curls back, and it attaches to the anterior, the front side of our back. And so what it does is it pulls on the psoas muscle, which happens to be a muscle that causes us back pain. And when this process happens, we soften that muscle. So it's one of the importances of breathing, but also noticing how it feels, where there's jumpiness or hesitation or even the smooth flow of qi. And so key modalities of Chinese medicine that you should know is acupuncture, the needles, the herbal medicines, which are formulated to support specific conditions in the body and are all plant-based. Not all of them. There's a few that are animal-based, but if there is, we inform our clients just to make sure there's no contradiction in how people feel or their belief system with animals. And of course, Tai Chi, as I told you, I gave you out one pamphlet, and also the Qigong is the breathing exercise I just told you about as people are laying on the table to get them in touch with themselves. That's how you get in touch with yourself. If anybody's ever lost, say, learn to breathe. And so diet and lifestyle, I also handed out a flyer on cravings, because this is my favorite flyer that my patients like. And so, if you're craving chocolate, you're low in magnesium. Maybe it's not. Maybe you are just like having emotional cravings and you need to be disciplined. But if you're having true cravings, that's the issue. And then also tells you what foods to start taking. And so, because supplements can be quite expensive. And so, yes, take the supplement for a minute, then put it on the shelf until you have those cravings come back. But in the meantime, you have started putting certain foods in your diet in order to balance out your system and live a better, healthier life. So Twina is Chinese massage. TriHealth offers, we guys have like 10, 15 different massage therapists there, and we're offering anything from medical to deep tissue, Swedish, and facial massages. It's really quite amazing. Moxibustion. Okay, so this is heat therapy in the hospital, and even in my personal practice. Okay, so moxibustion is a common yard plant, but when it's dried and we roll it, we use this to turn fetuses during a short period of time, like I think 32 to 38 weeks during pregnancy if you have a fetus that is breached. So we turn that baby for you. And it also, we use it as a spray in the clinics with a infrared heat lamp in order to help people with digestive issues, people who have Crohn's or IBS. This herb seeps in and helps with inflammatory issues. Okay, and cupping over here, we have, I have silicone cups we use on the body. This is what Michael Phelps used they used on Michael Phelps to pull minute bits of chlorine out of his body so he could perform better, and also to loosen up those muscles. And it was extremely effective. 4 years Olympic world champion. So, okay, so this is our tongue diagnosis. This is, so you know what we're looking at. The tongue is a microsystem of the body. In the very back is the kidney and urinary bladder, large intestine, small intestine. In the center is the spleen and stomach, and towards the tip is the lung and the heart. So if you have a red tip, we go, oh, you might have emotional problems or maybe have heart issues. We don't know. We ask a lot of questions when you come for the first appointment to truly get to know you. And the color of the tongue could tell you if it's purple, it's blood stasis. I see a lot of that. People walk around really tensed up and stressed out. So we take pulse. Our pulse, there is 9 different positions in each arm. So, and yes, each position tells us whether it's in a heart, liver, kidney position. We have 2 kidneys on the back side, and we can actually I'm not this good, but there's some practitioners that are really good that they can tell you if a pregnant woman, if your child's going to be a boy or girl. Yeah, true. This is amazing. So, and then we ask you a bunch of crazy questions about taste, smell, vision, hearing issues. And so we really get to know who you are, and because we are treating the whole body again. So, and as again, the organs manifest in the outside of your body in specific ways. One of the things we do is, and this is pretty amazing, this is our Chinese clock. So a lot of people like to wake up between 3 to 4 in the morning, or 3 to 5 in the morning. This is lung issues. Lung is usually related to grief on emotional level, so we'll ask you, like, hey, what's going on in your life, But that's not necessarily it. It could be hormonal. So because the lung is connected to the stomach, and it during this time of night, if you're not eating properly or you're deficient, this is a deficiency issue that I'm speaking of, then you will have glucose drop, and this is related to your lung. And that's how it's related to your lung, and that's Western medicine that actually backs that up also. Okay, so as I've spoken of, we treat roots and branches, okay, and over here with this, these are the different types of Chinese therapies that you can experience. I do traditional Chinese medicine. I do Campo. I do electroacupuncture. We do master tongues, and some scalp and 5-element theory. We really work them all together, but there's this really cool dude that I'm going to get to, and I'll talk to you in a minute, and he does Korean hand therapy. So cupping. This is what our cupping marks look like. They can be pretty nasty looking and quite alarming. I treated one man this past year, and he didn't, it was on his back, and it turned purple black. And this means that he had really deep disease. He came in and he's like, yeah, he felt horrible just in general. So I did some cupping to loosen and bring those toxins and old blood to the surface. And he felt fine, but when he got home and took off his shirt, his wife panicked and called my boss. So it could be quite alarming, but there was no reason for any fear. There was nothing wrong with him. This just takes a while to clear up, and some of the cupping marks take a little longer than others. But it also tells us the condition of what's happening with you. If we have water or small blisters come to the top, then you have dampness in your body, and we do pull this out of people, and it makes them feel better. Okay, I've not talked much about gua sha, but gua sha, this is my favorite tool, and my boss over here at TriHealth, which is an amazing woman. Thank you so much for being here with me. She has got some gua sha tools. In this picture, you can see that this woman's back is pretty gnarly, but she feels amazing afterwards, okay? Maybe for a day she will feel like she went to the gym and had a hard workout. But this tool here is the number one go-to for repairing scar tissue. For what it does is it realigns filaments at cellular level. So your scar becomes smaller, and you get rid of the tingliness. Like I had a scar right here. And it also does even fine scars, such as stretch marks and stuff. So if you scrape it along your belly with some oil, some castor oil, because castor oil penetrates deep and helps with inflammation, and actually will reduce cysts, polycystic ovary syndrome, or any type of other fibroid cyst around your body. Consistent use of castor oil will help break those down. So, well, wait a minute, where'd it go? Oh, am I taking it out, the face today? Oh, I had a facial for gua sha. Oh, this is what we do also for our facelifts. It's amazing and it's a relaxing. What it does is it pulls the fascia and gives a facelift. It breaks the collagen and elastin down so your body will replenish it more and keep you youthful looking. Okay. And so this is also, I wanted to say, this is the #1 go-to for whiplash. Western medicine has absolutely nothing for whiplash, or I'm going to say this wrong, torticellis, like, your neck's all torqued and you can't move. Okay, so for Chinese herbs, I have talked to you some about some of the single herbs, but we have formulas, and formulas are constructed with a chief herb, but then it has supporting herbs underneath it, and so that like we don't dry you out too much or make you feel too heavy. Herbs can be very cloying, or some herbs, such as the flower part, they go to your head and they can make you feel too lightheaded. So that's the reason why we use put together special formulas so that we heal you just in general. Okay, so did I miss one? No, I did not. Okay, so this is just statistics that back up what Chinese medicine is doing here in the 21st century. So we are the medicine of the past, and we are here still in the future after all these years. And I forgot to tell you guys, but back in 2006, I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and I also have chronic post-traumatic stress disorder with Asperger's and Tourette's. I think I've done an excellent job up here trying not to stutter. Definitely. So, and I have actually, well, you go through different phases in life, and when I was younger, having my beautiful children, you're just running at it full force, and you don't even stop for yourself because life is just coming at you. But in the last 20 years, I really, actually, I've been playing with acupuncture probably for 30 years, but for the last 20 years, I've really started taking it more seriously with my health and putting these things into my lifestyle changes. And I have noticed an amazing difference in my clarity of thought. I don't have the brain fog that would go along. That's the one thing that really hits me hard with the MS. And also the fatigue. I can sleep. But I find the energy with Chinese medicine, and it is my passion of life. I really feel like I found my niche, and I am really, really proud to be here with this. And so check with your insurance companies. Insurance companies, at least the better ones, are right now covering or offering acupuncture as services because it raises morale, especially at work, and it lessens the sick days, and that's really important in today's society because as Westerners, we're just super busy. That's it. Okay, so what is acupuncture? Well, I talked about that. It reduces stress. That's probably why my #1 client is successful career women. They're hitting it hard, and they're a mess sometimes. So, pain relief, I've talked about that. It improves your immune system. What it does, with just acupuncture by itself, is it takes your body from sympathetic nervous system, which is fight, flight, or freeze, to parasympathetic, which is rest, digest, and reproduce. Because when your body is able to rest appropriately, your blood will go into your liver and replenish itself more thoroughly at night. And this is like the type. So we're working at the core level, which is the blood, because the blood is actually where all of it starts, right? So Okay, and part of my Qigong, okay, you're doing such a beautiful job. I'm going to get to you in a minute. We're going to take the needles out of her. I just got to talking. So, okay, so here on the bottom of your foot, this is your bubbling spring. The kidneys are the batteries to your body. This is how I look at it, this in Chinese medicine. So, and we do use this point. We actually use this point to revive people. There are a couple points in the body that if someone was in a coma or passed out, we would start using this point to try to bring them back. There's no guarantee, but these were the medical points that were used before we had AEDs, you know. So in Chinese medicine, okay, so as we walk, we are bringing, because the energy is all around us, so as we walk, we're bringing energy up through the earth. That's one of the reasons why we like to go barefooted in the summertime, is because we get a better connection through the earth, through our body, and it comes up through this point, and as it comes up through the legs, and this is the importance of doing the squats and learning to get into a natural resting position, which is this. This is a natural resting position. Everybody in this room should be able to do this and at least hold it for 5 minutes. It's okay to hold on to something and get used to it, but it's normal. And so what it does is when you are doing this motion of bringing the energy up through your body, through your legs, your thighs actually does a temporary testosterone boost through your thighs. Okay, that gives us energy. And then we store our energy in our lower jiao, our dantian area. And then we express our energy through our arms, our voice, and our expressions. And this is one way that energy flows through us. But of course, as I said, energy is all around us, okay? And we can bring it in. It's just as important to bring it in from the heavens above. And we do not want to do a complete circle because this limits your ability to have it flow through. So when you're doing your Qigong exercises, okay, and this is what the old people do in China, and they bring it up, they do not close that circle, but then they bring that energy down through the center of their body, and then they bring it in and store it in their lower dantian for use. And this is one way we build energies through Tai Chi. Okay, the energy is really free everywhere. It is learning certain techniques, which is what the training we give you at TriHealth if you're interested in these type of services, and it's all holistic, and it's fairly safe. I mean, if you're allergic to something, hey, don't do it, but you know, we talk to you about that, we find this. We do refer out, like if I'm going to give you herbs, or if you come to me for cancer or something, I'm saying, hey, I need you to go see that cancer doctor first, or let's get tested for some allergies in order to straighten out your gut system. So, and down here are a few people that I recommend off YouTube that are very good for teaching basics and getting people familiar with Tai Chi and Qigong techniques. Okay, and this is Iron Man. This is Dr. Mock in Ohio. I'm proud to have him here as an Ohioan. And he specializes in anesthesia, so you do not get put completely under. He uses acupuncture as a way to control and block how we feel. We do cancer, and then we've got an array of other things. This is just a small list, and then that's it, really. I can say that's some more, and that's if you wanted some good books for reading, I would recommend these two books as a place to start, and of course our National Association and TriHealth, and this is my own business. We offer excellent services, top quality. TriHealth is definitely, I'm part of their team, and they do an amazing job. So that's it. So you're great. Thank you for being
Thank
here
you,
with me.
Teresa. Do we have questions from the crowd? Questions?
Okay, do you
Thoughts?
have questions?
Oh, of course, it's at the back. I'm going to get my steps in. All right, I'm coming.
I had a lot to throw out there. I know I did.
I'm pretty sure I can't squat for 5 minutes, so this walk will do me fine. All right.
Actually, this isn't even a question. I just wanted to relay that I've been very successful, had some very successful acupuncture treatments in the past for several conditions. And I was curious of the audience that we have here now, how many of you have participated in acupuncture therapies as part of your medical regime? Okay. Actually, that's kind of more than I expected, and I can also attest to what our presenter referred to as far as the relaxing effects of acupuncture. I will tell you that after each session that I've had, I actually got in the habit of having someone pick me up because I was too relaxed to drive.
Yeah.
And when I got home, I had the best sleep ever. So just, from the crowd, not really a question, but it works.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
I've got another one over here
Like
to
I
the
do
right.
needles. Thank you so much, Aja, just for being here with me. I pinned you down to the chair.
This is just a comment. Get used to being able to speak up too, because I know I had one instance where the
Did I take you long?
acupuncturist actually hit somewhere in my back, and I went
Ooh,
hot,
gosh, I
hot, hot,
talked way
hot,
too
hot.
long.
So she took it out very quickly and repositioned it. But the one thing that I've always been told is be able to speak up.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Any other questions? Oh, really? Come on. You guys ganging up on me. Coming around the mountain, I promise.
I'm sorry, I talked way
All
much
right.
longer than
We-
I realized.
We have one at the back here as well.
It's so hard to, there's so much to present when it comes to acupuncture and what we have to offer.
Hey, I'm just curious, how long do you leave the needles in when you do this?
Say what?
How long do you leave the needles in when you get acupuncture?
We leave them in 25 to 30 minutes, 20 at the least amount. It takes around 25 minutes for your body's chi to do a whole circulation from the lung and back around to the lung again.
Fantastic. I have been handed a note. There will be a beginning Tai Chi class here from One City, One Book with the Lane Library this coming Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. So that's the Lane Library in beautiful German Village. Sorry, Frank. I'm sure they'll be having things in Lindenwold too. No. All right. Tai Chi this coming Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Just because it's your birthday doesn't mean I'm not giving you a hard time. Any other questions from the floor? Any other questions? Well, thank you so very much, Teresa Mahana. Please put your hands together for her.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. There is the opportunity for you to come and see our good friends over here at TriHealth. They have lots of things for you, and I believe, Teresa, you're going to stick around for a little while.
Yes.
And have a conversation. So if you'd like to come up and meet the team from TriHealth, have a conversation with Teresa, we would really appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
A huge thank you to our friends at Two Women in a Kitchen. We really appreciate you. And say hello to our friends at TV Hamilton. We'll see you again next month as we rock it out for Jamilton, a history of Hamilton pop and rock music. We'll see you very soon again at the Fitton Center. Thank you so much. Great job.